Hey guys, Mrs. Snowden here, and we're going to talk about the next section 1-3 solving equations. Those first ones right there talk about switching between an algebraic expression and a verbal expression. So can we go from words to numbers and symbols, or can you go from symbols to number and words? Some of the key things, words that we need to know are words like sum and addition. Those are words for adding. You could also have more, that sort of thing. Subtraction would be difference. Subtraction, less. Multiplication, we have a product, times, and then division, quotient, things like that. So, number one there, the sum of 5 and 3 times a number. So, a number we get to pick a variable. So, the sum of 5 and 3 times x. Now, you don't have to use x, you can use n, you can use any letter that you want. Number 2 says 7 less than a number. Be careful with that one. We're starting out with a number and we're taking 7 away from it. So any old number, x, n, p, z, whatever, less than that by 7. So x minus 7. Now be careful, 7 minus x is something completely different. Okay? 3 minus 2 is different than 2 minus 3, that sort of thing. Number 3, there's lots of ways that you can do this. I'm just going to pick one and go with it. 4 less than a number squared. You could have said a number squared minus 4. A number times itself minus 4, that sort of thing. Number 4, a number. Oops. Minus 5 is 12, equals 12. Any of those are okay? Or 5 less than a number equals 12. In the last section, we had properties of real numbers. Now we have properties of equality. With these ones, you see a lot of if-thens in them. So as you're identifying properties, you see a lot more if this, then this, okay? So if, then, if, then, if, then, if, then, if, then. You see that a lot more. So reflexive, that's the one we did a lot in geometry. The left side of the equal sign is exactly the same as the right side. A equals A. X plus 3 equals X plus 3. Segment GH is equal to segment GH. That sort of thing. Symmetric, we get if A equals B, then B equals A. We can flip the side of the equal sign. If 5 equals X plus 2, then X plus 2 is equal to 5. Transitive, that's the one where I think about a train. I have my engine and my caboose, and the stuff in the middle links it all together. So if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. So if 2x plus 1 equals 7 and 7 equals 5x minus 8, then 2x plus 1 equals 5x minus 8. And finally, substitution, think about replacing with that one. If A equals B, then A can replace B and B can replace A. So look at number 5 there. It says solve each equation and then check your answer. All right. There's lots of ways we can do this. For number 5, if you notice, there's a 9 times all of that. We can undo the negative 9 first, or we can distribute. I think most of you are going to go to the distributing. When we were talking to Dr. Brahm, he would say, see if you can divide first. So we could have done it either way. And then I'm going to add 45. This is where we're using our GEM DOS backwards to figure out what y is. 27 plus 45. Looks like 72. Divide by -9. And y equals -8. All right, now it says check your answer. When I say check your answer, I don't need you to show me all of your work. At this point, I think you can do some mental math. So I just plug it in and make sure it works. -8 plus 5 is -3. -3 times a -9 is +27. So it works. So I don't actually need to see you do all of the work to check it. Okay? Number 6. We are going to, this one we do have to distribute because we have more stuff going on. So I'm going to distribute a 3 to the y and to the -2. So I get 3y minus 6. Now I have to be careful because I need to distribute a -2. So I get a -6y plus 2. Make sure you distribute the negative. All right, now I'm going to combine some like terms on my right-hand side. 53 is equal to -3y minus 4. Add 4. So 57 is equal to a -3y. Divide by -3. 57 divided by -3 is -19. Okay, let's check it. This one I might have to write a little bit down on the side, but that's okay. -19 minus 2 more is -21. -21 times 3 is -63. Minus 2 times -19 times a -3 is -57. Minus 1 more is -58. So I have -63 plus 116. 116 plus a -63 is indeed 53. All right, number 7. Number 7, you're going to look at number 7, some of you, and say, oh, I hate fractions. All right, if you see that you have an equal sign, then we can go ahead and get rid of the fraction. We can only get rid of the fraction if we see that equal sign right there. The one we did last time, where we were simplifying an expression, this one we couldn't get rid of it because we don't have an equal sign. But here, we can get rid of the denominators. And so I'm going to look at it and say, okay, it looks like 16 is my biggest denominator, and 8 and 4 both go into 16. So I'm going to distribute and multiply 16 to everybody. All right, 16 divided by 8 is 2, times 5 is 10. 16 divided by 4 is 4, times 3 gives me 12. With an x. 16 divided by 16 is 1, so that guy equals 1. All right, let's subtract 10 because we're trying to solve for x, so we want x all by itself. 12x equals a -9. Divide by 12. And then let's simplify that. 3 goes into both of those, so a -3/4. Again, as you've noticed, this is all review of stuff that you've seen, in Algebra 1.